Hello, Comrade. Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. In the gap between episodes, I've been having a little look around for a good place to plonk down a coal mine, because if you do recall, at the end of the last episode, we were in the middle of developing a cement plant, and of course, one of the components that we need in order to make cement is coal. So we're going to have to get some coal processing sorted out before we can start making some sweet cement. Okay, so there's a couple of locations that I've identified as theoretically fairly good. This one over here is actually really not terrible. As you can see, the quality of the coal source is indicated by the squares, the little the little green dots that are just around the around the mine. And so this area is, not bad. There are better areas, but it's quite close to us. This area also was mooted as a potential area to go. I don't think there was anything out there, but another one that I found was there's one up here, a little vein over in this area. However, I think there was quite a lot of stuff in this area. Yeah, so if we have a little look over here, you can start to see that there's a very large sort of coal vein in this section of the map. Now, the question is, do we build it here? That's the real question. Do we build it here and deal with the transportation of the resources all the way back to our town? Or perhaps do we build it nearer and settle for a poorer quality source? Well, I'm of the opinion that we should, I think probably going for the poorer quality source at this present moment is our best bet. There we go. Thank you for autosaving right at a very inconvenient moment, but that's okay. Don't worry about it too much, video game. Oh, don't be one of these stupidly long autosaves. Please, dear goodness, do not take like 15 gazillion years. Alright, that's fine. Great, thank you. That wasn't 15 gazillion years, but it was kind of close. Yeah. Continue smoothing, please. There we go. Alright, so that's kind of a little bit closer, which is quite nice. We also need to get a coal ore processing plant set up in order to refine the coal from coal into coal ore, which is kind of a little bit of an annoyance, but hey-ho. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is indeed a conveyor out over in this area. Can we maybe get something like that? Sure. Let's roll with this. Okay, let's unpause. And let's also get ourselves some roads. I don't think that these roads are going to be within walking distance, but hey ho. Can you not make that work? All right. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Happy days. Okay, so one of the things that I want to make sure that I do is in fact, connection between factories. Can we establish a connection between factories? I don't think that we actually can. No, we're just going to need to do it with a simple conveyor belt, which is totally fine in my books. That looks perfect to me. With trucks that don't take as much stone. Can you believe that? That's kind of a joke. whatever. Right. I'm gonna buy 4 dumper trucks. And we're gonna send these guys back to the depot. Well, actually, I'm gonna send you back to the depot. Go to depot. There. And then, as soon as you're done, we'll send you back to the depot as well. As soon as you're done, we'll send you back to the depot. In the meantime, let's get this set up. So there. Oh, this is the T8. I don't want to do this. Hold on. No, just stop. This is what I want to do. Yeah, so you to there, to there. Go. You are going to go from there to there. Perfect. It's just this annoying... What? How did this end up happening? Hold on. Yeah, can I not get you to go? Oh, there you go. It's because we had 2 guys stuck in the same place, I guess. Fine. Alright. And the next one is going to be from here to here. Perfect. Start that. And then the last one can be from this point to this point here. Alright. Basically, my logic is that if we're using a truck that has smaller capacity, then we shouldn't really have any issues. Yeah. See, because we're just leaving 1.9 tons of stone basically in the trucks all the time. Right. Go to the depot. I don't actually want to sell these trucks because I'm certain that they're going to come in handy at some point. All right. What's the issue? We don't have any workers. That honestly is to be expected. I can't believe that we decided to go for... I can't believe we decided to build a whole bunch of basic resources which require such a large number of people to be shipped in via bus. I truthfully cannot believe that I ever thought that this would be a great idea. What am I even doing? I'm not even... I'm just faffing around. I need roads. Bus platform small. Yeah, something small would be perfect. This is a big autosave apparently. Okay. Something in this vicinity would be quite nice. Can't build due to infrastructure. Really? Need flat terrain? I mean... Can't build due to infrastructure. Yeah, getting a bus platform placed in this area is just ridiculous. Right, there we go. But at least we managed. Alright, roads. First things first. Gotta get a road up and running. Perfect. That's grand. I mean, could it be any quicker? Probably not. Yeah, no way that we can make that work any better. But that's okay. Fine. Let's get ourselves yet another bus. Also, have you just finished with your transporting duties? You have indeed. Go to the depot. You can chill out over there. T38. You can also go to the depot. Thank you very much. Alright. We've now deployed the smaller trucks fully. Beautiful. We've got three trucks lining up for this quarry and only one over there. That probably, truthfully, should be amended. Delete that stop. Yeah, okay, fine then. Add a new stop in here. And delete that stop. Perfect. There we go. Go there. Okay, cool. You're going back to the depot. Alright, great. It's not a perfect long-term solution, but it is what it is. Anyway, as I was saying, let's get a bus. Let's get a bus. The ZIS 155. Yeah, it's not failed us yet. Perfect. Up there. Beautiful. And you can go. Simple as that. Right, let's connect up the appropriate infrastructure for this area. We need to get a gravel walkway. Perfect. And Just up here. Yeah. Roundabouts. Roundabout this way. There we go. I mean, I don't think that there is any other shorter walking route. I don't think so, anyway. Unless I could build a bridge, a walking bridge across, which I don't think is entirely possible. Unless I built a road across and allowed them to walk across the bridge, which I think is possible. So that's something to keep in mind, I guess. But anyway, point is, that's the processing plant sorted. We do need to get a little bit more infrastructure before we can call it a day over there. That's a bit unfortunate, but whatever. Energy related, we need a power electric substation. Right. Man, the music in this game is just absolutely fantastic, isn't it? There we go. Medium voltage switch. Nope, that's not what I need. I need medium voltage wires. Angle of connection is too sharp? Really? Don't understand why that's the case, but whatever. Beautiful. Alright, it's not pretty, but let me tell you, it's going to work. So we're going to have power. We've not got resources. That's to be expected, to be honest. But the great news is that we're going to have coal. We're going to have coal, and it's going to output directly into the core processing. And after that, we're going to want to try and get that transported to the Seldony cement plant. Now that's going to be a little bit of a problem, because theoretically we can actually output. We can actually output with the conveyor, right? So we can output directly from there into here. It needs to go directly from building A to building B, which presents somewhat of a problem. So what I'm thinking that we're going to try and utilize is a truck aggregate loading and a truck aggregate unloading, right? So we're going to have a truck depot round about here, if we can do it. Anything really? Nope. Oh, that looks kind of possible. I was more hoping that we might be able to get one in this vicinity here. Or even down here. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Let's do that. And then we need to get an aggregate truck unloading. And we need to set that up right about there. Perfect. So, in my mind, we have a conveyor belt going from there to here. And by the way, this is the aggregate storage, and we can transfer that directly to the cement plant, which is perfect. Then over here, we have a little area for the trucks to unload directly into an aggregate unloading area, and then that will be transferred into the cement plant. Pretty simple, right? We need to get the things loaded up properly. And I'm very much hoping that we're not going to have any issues connecting up this specific conveyor belt. Looks like we are actually going to have an issue connecting up this specific conveyor belt. Yeah. Part of the problem. Building in the way? Is there really a building in the way? Angle of the connection is too sharp. It's a bummer. It's a real bummer. Okay. Can't build due to infrastructure. Really, I don't understand why that's the case. It's so close. It wants to do it. It really does want to do it. Right, you know what? Let's try and rejig this a little bit. I feel like I'm so close. And if I can just get rid of this road, perhaps. Perhaps get a... Oh, there we go. It's pretty darn good. Perfect. Great. I knew it would work. I knew it would work. We just needed to mess around a little bit. Get that in there. That there. You're not gonna do this, are you? Oh, you... Oh, no, you will. Oh, beautiful. It worked. It worked perfectly. That's fantastic. Great to hear. Okay, so we're operating without issues. Aggregate storage. It's quite a lot. That's fine. It's flooding into the import terminal as well. We cannot store or export. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, my friend. Because we are just about to finish up with the exporting. I want it to go into that one at the right. You're not gonna play ball. All right, we'll get the one at the left to do it then, I guess. Sure. All right, perfect. So with that, we've now got a fantastic area with which we can export. Great. We should be exporting coal. We are indeed exporting coal. And you know what? This is a fantastic excuse to get the T-38 dumpers back on, back into service, back on the mend. I say that like there was ever anything wrong with them. You know, apart from being hearty, reliable trucks, there was never anything wrong with these guys. But now we've got a great excuse to get them back into the game, and we're going to be doing just that. So let's pause and let's talk through this. First things first, we need to connect up a road to the aggregate unloading. And truthfully, it can go right up here. No. This way? Oh man, that just works so perfectly. Alright, great. So, without further ado, we actually can just make this whole thing work. Okay, let's get a new stop right there, and just that's it. That's all we got to do. That's literally it. I don't think that we're going to be able to. I don't think that we're going to be able to satisfy demand with just this many trucks, but it's worth a shot. I think we might need to look at maybe a little bit more of a bit more permanent solution, i.e. trains. And trains is something that I want to get onto in the latter half of this episode. No. Get rid of you. All previous instructions are null and void because you've got new orders. Beautiful. Okay, so the processed coal, actually we should probably have it going into an aggregate coal storage area first so that we don't run into issues like this. Yeah. Well, we'll see if 4 trucks is enough to deal with demand. I suspect that it might not be, but we'll deal with that in a little bit. Because at the moment we're just wasting time, really, aren't we? We're you know, we've got a lot of coal stored up. We got a lot of coal stored up over here. And in fact, can we put any more transport belts or whatever they're called, conveyor belts, between these two areas? That might not be a possibility, but we'll have to wait and see. Right, so we've got 25 tons of coal ore waiting around at aggregate loading. And that was done pretty swiftly, actually. Right. In actuality, the journey time between... Oh, you've got quarried stone. I'm hoping that that's... quarried stone is going to get... Oh, no. You've got quarried stone. Uh-oh. This is a problem. This is a problem. You've got your coal, which is lovely. You've got quarried stone. I need you to go here. I need you to move here right now. Gravel processing plant. Unload. No, don't load. Just unload everything. You've got stone as well. You need to unload. And you've got... Yeah, fine. Ah, stupid. Right, you've unloaded your coal. You're going to unload your coal, and we're going to get coal in here, which is great. It seems that we've got no workers, which is somewhat of a problem, but not something that I'm going to worry about too much. Alright, sure. Does that make a difference? Does that allow us to funnel gravel through? For some obscure reason, I don't think it does. Are we able to connect this area up to the same... bus station? The same bus station, is that a possibility? Or are we going to have to get yet another bus station to link this area? Honestly, I didn't think that I would ever have to worry about how many bus stations I had in a certain region, but this is the primary concern that I've been dealing with for what feels like forever. Right, you've unloaded, you've got stone. Stone has been unloaded, which is great. Delete that, stop. You now no longer have to do the walk of shame back to the gravel processing plant ever again. Beautiful. And we can deal with transporting coal. Right. We got a lot of coal in the output, actually, and we could do with getting another... We could do with getting another conveyor belt. There we go. I think that will make somewhat of a difference, actually. Should allow us to fill these trucks slightly faster. Alright. It's looking pretty darn good. We've not got any workers anywhere, which is still problematic, but they should be working, they should be arriving at the depot right now, which is perfect. Alright, beautiful. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Still no sign of workers being able to reach this area, though. And by this area, I mean the cement plant. And if they can't reach the cement plant, then we're going to have a little bit of a problem. Right. Right. Do we have a conveyor output for this plant? Connect that up, sure. Connect that up. No, we don't have a conveyor output for the cement plant. I don't even know how we pick the cement up. We pick it up in tankers, presumably, from this section. We need to connect it up to the road, actually. Let's do that now. Great. Honestly, we could just move this bus station. Although this bus station also supplies to this area, which is a bit of a pain. Alright, so let's build our fourth bus station. It's only the fourth one. Honestly, I think thinking that we should go for a an industry that relies on a lot of natural resources. Don't get me wrong. It's a positive thing to do. We want to do some quarrying. That's not a bad idea in principle. The sheer amount of infrastructure required in order to make this thing happen is just... It's crazy. It's crazy. Right, but we'll definitely get workers now, which is fantastic. Finally, at long last. At long last, we will get our workers. Right. School, because there are no school places. Yeah, that's probably a bit of a problem. I want to make a new housing area, but I can't do that at the moment. Can we think about getting a train tunnel, or a train line, should I say, to this area? Because I can sell resources here. Will you take anything? You won't take my cement that I'm making. Well, that's deeply irritating. Will anyone anywhere else take my cement? You're gonna take cement. You'll take it at 30 36 rubles a pop. Honestly, I'm kind of inclined to create a train network, a train system to try and supply this area with cement and other things that we would happen to make, because I'm conscious of the fact that my ruble, my ruble count is decreasing slowly, and that, as a principle, is just not a good thing to have happen. All right, can we? Oh yeah, we've already got that connected up. Can I build a bridge across here? Right, not really. That doesn't really work. Neither does that. All right, I'm just seeing if I can try and build a bridge across this area. Although these guys, I imagine, are probably elevated slightly. Yeah. Oh. There was a bit of green somewhere over there. Yeah, it's kind of cute how it thinks that I would value that at all. I mean, can we get a road just like underneath here? No, not at all. All right, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think how best to get gravel. Why have we not got gravel going in here? Oh, we do have gravel going in here. In fact, things are going so well that we've actually already made 63 tons of cement. All right, we need to have a. In fact, you know what? We don't. We need to go super fast so that we can get through the darkest times. Because I am really not interested. I think that we create a massive train station right here. I think that this is what we do, honestly. And then we have a route that takes the cement by truck down this way. We have a truck drop-off point, an aggregate loading thing, or an aggregate unloading thing. And we unload into a train station. I think that this is what we're going to do, honestly. Let's look railways. Let's talk railways. All right. Train platform. Okay. Train platform, small train aggregate loading, train aggregate unloading, oil/fuel unloading, and cargo train station. Look. Aggregate loading, aggregate unloading doesn't work with cement. Where does cement actually work? How do we transport cement? Is that even a thing that we can transport? I mean, I'm looking. Prefab. I mean, unless we want to turn cement into something and then sell it. Because I don't think that it's sellable. I don't think it's sellable via train without that. I mean, I'm just trying to think, like, how else would it be loaded if it's not being done through an aggregate loading/unloading? Yeah, or anything like that. Also, does this have a factory connection? It does have a factory connection. Right, so we could potentially look at doing something with that. That would be a possibility. I mean, what do we want to turn our cement into? At this point, we need to find something because we're wasting cement here. Right, let's pause and talk about this. Gravel, coal, iron, concrete plant. We got a concrete plant already. Cement. Can cement be turned into anything? We've already got a cement plant. Prefab panels. You know what? I'm thinking that prefab panels might not be the worst idea in the world. If we could find a place. We could find a place here. Oh, it's so close. If we could find a place right here. That would be nice, because we'd be able to feed directly in with the gravel. We wouldn't be able to get the cement directly in. We might be able to get a factory connection going for the cement. Right, let's think this through. Hold on a second. Right. It's not going well. There's nothing moving on the road. I've paused it all. There's literally no way it can be moving on the road. Okay, it's annoying. Because I'm thinking that if we can try and get a... If we can try getting a system up and running here, we can try getting a plant that will make prefab panels. And that would just be fantastic. I don't even want to go into food processing yet. It's not something I'm interested in. Not quite yet. No, not concrete plant. Yeah, here we go. Prefab panels plant. Right. Can I delete the road now? This is... I mean, how do I get these vehicles off? Can you just go to depot for now? Fast forward so that we can get these trucks off here. And then pause. Beautiful. Right, let's do it for real this time. You know, we can always find another route to get to the coal unloading. But we're not going to find another place that will link directly into our aggregate storage. Right. Here we go. Prefab panels. Let's see about this. You're close. Can't build due to infrastructure. Need flat terrain. You will work. You're close to working. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I found the sweet spot. I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. Okay. Let's see if we can make all of these connection points line up. If we can, this will be perfect. Right. Give me a conveyor. It'll work. It'll work. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Let's do factory connection. Too long? Really? Oh, for real? I was really hoping that we'd get that. How long is it even allowed to be? Can we do a warehouse? Can we store cement in any of these places? Can I put a warehouse in the middle that will act as a joining point? Right. Let's see if this will work. Too sharp a turn? For real though? Too long? Too long? Like what? Alright. Not gonna get angry or anything. Right, try now. How about that? That works? It works. Alright, so as long as we can actually store concrete in this area, then that's going to be great. If we can't store... Sorry, not concrete, cement. If we can't store cement in this area, then that's going to be a problem. But once we got the prefab panel factory up and running, we should be good. These guys have got a little bit of a navigational issue. Now I feel sorry for them because now they're going to have a really long drive around here. But this is the world that we live in. And in fact, it's not actually going to be that much longer. There we go. What do you know? That's actually a fairly reasonable drive, I would suggest. Right, who did I send back to the plant? Cancel, go to depot. Yeah, go back to where you were. Go back to where you were going. Alright, you found a location? Great. Happy days. Yeah, this does not look like it's gonna store store cement. That's probably because cement can only be stored in tanks, I guess. And I don't even know if we have the ability to store cement in silos. Yeah, I'm thinking that this might not be a possibility. No. No, nothing cementy. No, this is a problem. So this whole thing, as much as I would dearly love to make it all work, it's just not gonna work, is it? It's just not gonna work. Also, we have gravel shortages. We're gonna need way more gravel in order to make this whole process work. Right. Gravel is coming in. It's just not coming in at a particularly speedy pace. Right. So now we got to make a decision. Do we want... Right. Okay. Here's what I think we do. I think that we need to get the prefab factory over here so that we can connect it via the connection. And then we're just going to truck the gravel. That sucks to say, but I don't think there's any other way to do it. Unless... Well, actually, there might be another way to do it. Which I know we're gonna waste a whole butt ton of money, but, you know, this is the world that we live in, and we gotta make sure that we gotta do what we gotta do. Right. Prefab panel factory. There we go. At least it works, right? It works in a nice way. Okay. Yeah, like there. Sure. An easy little flattening job. Perfect. Let's get the factory connection up and running. Too sharp a turn. Really? For real, though? Come on. Come on. Building in the way. Why would you do me dirty like this, video game? Why would you? Why would you do this to me? I was so confident that that was going to work, and then you went and shot me down. You went and shot me down in flames. Right, there we go. Alright, will that work? If this doesn't work, I might just pull my hair out. It works. Thank goodness. Alright, now, the next thing that I want to wonder about. I know that that is not going to work. However, is there a chance that this works? It says there's a building in the way. It makes me think that it's not going to work. So, if we could do a small aggregate storage thing... in this vicinity. Alright, hold on a minute. Is there a way that we can perhaps make this run a little bit smoother? I.e., if we put an aggregate storage here. This is, I swear to the Heavenly Father up above that this will be the last time that I do this. Right, here's what we're going to do. We do a small aggregate storage. We place it down like here, right? Connect that up. If that can't be connected up, we demolish this until we find a point that it can be connected up. Great. Will that work? It's the real question. I think this will work. I'm positive. It's looking good to me. Great. Will they both work? They won't. Whatever. Doesn't particularly matter. Now the next thing is that we get a prefab. We get a prefab panel factory. Get a prefab panel factory. It's gonna be great. Prefab panel factory needs to look like this. Needs to go in this area. You know what? For the sake of... Oh, no. We're not going to have another issue with getting rid of this road, are we? Oh, the trucks might just... They lined up. Perfect. Great. Let's get a prefab panel factory again. Plonk it down like... here? Right. This'll work. This'll work. I promise you this will work. Right. Factory connection. Perfect. Conveyor. Conveyor. It's a dream come true. It's a Christmas miracle. And you know what? We're going to have to extend the road slightly, but that's fine. Also, there is a little bit of an issue with the whole... Yeah, we need... Okay, I don't know how we're going to get these things out of here. That's a bit of a problem. I mean, if we were to build a train... Alright, the fact that we got a belt coming in at the only access point for the building. To me, that says problem. To me, that says problem. We are going to need to get stuff out of here. Alright, okay, this is going to be fine. We're going to be able to make this work. I'm not worried. Okay, as long as the conveyor isn't getting in the way of... our stuff. Alright, fine. Small aggregate storage. That's great. We've got the large aggregate storage there. We're going to have the large aggregate storage. Store gravel, please. Yep, great. So are you going to be able to... Are you going to be able to transfer your gravel? I think that should be the case. Are you going to be able to transfer your cement? Oh, you know what we need? You know what we need over here? You know exactly what we need? That's right, we need our fifth bus station. I truthfully, I didn't think it was possible to have this many bus stations. Ideally it would go here, but I know that it won't, so we're just gonna have to settle for this area. Fine. Flattened. Let's get a gravel road. Come on. You know you want a video game. Okay, that is apparently a pretty darn steep hill. Oh, look, that worked. Yeah. Alright, that was actually pretty easy. Sometimes these things just... Sometimes these things just work, and then other times they just don't work. There we go. Like, why does that work? Okay, whatever. I'm not even going to question anymore. Alright, let's go and get another bus. What bus is this? This? What bus is this? Haha. Did you get it? What bus is this? Turns out, it's the 5th bus. Alright, cement is in. Great. Good stuff. The factory connection has worked flawlessly. Gravel is still missing from the factory. Do I need to untick store this item? Will that make a difference? If I untick store this item, will it mean that things can be transported appropriately? Also, I've got to really remark upon how poor our gravel production is. I'm almost thinking that if we can, maybe we should try and import some gravel. And also I'm thinking that we need to rapidly increase the amount of buses that we're running. Our coal production, on the other hand, is doing swimmingly. Like, we're doing great for coal. Right, even, let's see, look at this. We're just not getting that much quarried stone. 10 point something tons of quarried stone. Yeah, we need way more workers. We need way more workers. Because we're not getting a continual production of anything at the moment. Why is that still showing up in export? Are we having a little bit of a power shortage? Someone very kindly explained to me the intricacies, I think you could say, of power and how it works. If I change it up, will it make a difference? Alright, doesn't look like it's really making a shred of difference. Just costing us more money. I'll bump it back down to 30%. Our people don't need power. It's a luxury, right? It's a luxury item. Power is a luxury item. And we can't squander it, you know? Alright, but the bus should be working now. People should be able to get to work at the prefab panel plant. We've created a monster over here, let me tell you. We have created a monster. Alright. Does this work though? Will this whole system actually make a difference? I'm not so sure that it will. I mean, it should be transporting gravel up to this area right now, but it's just not at this moment in time. Why is it not? I don't know. Does it need to be connected via road? Perhaps. Is there literally any way to connect this building up to... Is there literally any way to connect this building up to road? Truthfully, I don't know if there is. Some other infrastructure's in the way? Looks that way to me. Right. Should we try with the bridge across here? This is going to be the jankiest bridge in all of Russia. Can I go any taller? Not particularly. Want to go in the other direction? Not particularly. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to escape this. Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. There is a way to escape. Problem is that I don't know if that's going to make the aggregate storage operational. I don't think the aggregate storage technically needs any staff. However, it might need to have some staff connections. Yeah. This is just not working. Tunnel above terrain at some stage? Yeah, you could say that. Alright, I don't know if we can connect aggregate storage to aggregate storage. Okay, here's another plan. Here's another plan that might fix our problems. Right, delete that. Get a conveyor. Connect a conveyor. Overlaps with existing construction. Does it actually? I'm pretty sure that'll be too long a conveyor. Conveyor engine transfer. I think this is what we needed in this case over here. Not a small aggregate storage. I didn't realize that that was a thing. Alright. Let me delete that, see if we can make this work. Sure, put that there. And that might just in itself work. There we go. There we go. Alright. Will that make any difference? Rather than going storage to storage, that seems to have had the desired effect, which is grand. It also means that we don't have any of the infrastructure issues that we did have earlier. We've still got that horrific road. But this is good. This is fantastic. We've got gravel coming in. We've got the prefabs going out, or we will have the prefabs going out as soon as we have any workers. Now, at the moment, we don't have any workers. We don't have a single worker. Also, do we have power? We've got power here, apparently. That's a Christmas miracle, to be honest. And we've actually got power from 2 sources, which is wonderful. How near is the bus? This bus is very far. This bus is also very far. Seldany bus platform small. What's this thing called? Seldany bus platform small 5. Small 4. Small 3. Small 2. Do we have a small 5? What is the small 5 doing? Oh no, the small 5 hasn't been dispatched. This is why we've not had any workers. Oh no. This whole time. This whole darn time. Alright, that's a real shame. Alright, let's bump it into fast speed. So that we can see some progress here. Right, a whole bunch of passengers should start to be delivered. Alright, this is great. I'm super happy that we managed to fix our issues. Now, also, speaking of issues, I did talk about wanting to get a train station up and running. Train platform. Yeah, we can't have a factory input there, unfortunately. And I don't think that prefab panels can be sorted. We'll need to do... Ooh. This would actually work. It's not the worst idea in the world. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. We'd have to utilize this output here, the factory output here, in order to connect up the train. That in itself is not necessarily a problem. And actually, I tell you what, we can use the warehouse, storage and warehouses. Yeah, we can use the warehouse as a sort of little crossover point. I'm a little bit concerned that the journey between the coal loading place and the coal unloading place would be a little bit substantial, but hey ho. Also, what do you know? We're actually making prefab panels. Wowzers. Holy cow. I didn't know that we had it in us. And all within the course of an episode. One short episode later, we end up with a whole bunch of prefab panels. This is looking pretty darn good. Obviously, we have nowhere near enough workers, and I think that's what we're going to focus on in the next episode. But for now, ladies and gents, I think we're going to call it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Oda Potato. This has been Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. I'll see you next time. Bye.